The world recently lost a legend of the personal development industry, Mr. Bob Proctor. And so to celebrate his life, please enjoy one of these videos that I've made from our vault of Espressos.
How many times have you had somebody say to you, "Hey, have you got a minute, Bob? Have you got a minute?" They don't want a minute. I want you to think about that. I read a poem one time. It said, "I have only just a minute, only 60 seconds in it. It was forced upon me. I can't refuse it. I didn't seek it and I didn't choose it, but it's up to me to use it. I must suffer if I lose it, give account if I abuse it. It's only a tiny little minute, but eternity is in it." Well, at any rate, I thought I'm going to put this on a video and I'm just going to share it with everybody. Just this one little part out of the seminar I'm making. I want you to look at this sand timer and I want you to think about your life. The sand in the top of the glass represents the future. The sand in the bottom of the glass represents the past. Now, do you know, we know what's in the past and yet we can't do anything about it. Do you know what the trick is? You don't know how much sand's in the top of the glass. You may think you have a lot, you might only have a little. Then again, you may think you have a little and you might have a lot. When I was a little boy, I was raised by my grandmother. And I don't know, when I was a little gaffer, she was probably 60, but as long as I could remember, Grandma would say, "I'll soon be gone, dear, I'll soon be gone." Well, you know, we loved her. She was really an angel of God, but we thought she was never going to go. She lived to be 94 for 30-some years. "I'll soon be gone." She didn't think she had much time left. She had 34 years left. Now, about the same time, I had a buddy of mine, Bob Yates. He was just 16. And bang, he ran into the abutment of a bridge and his life was snuffed out. If you had asked him a half hour before how much sand he had left, he would have said at least a half a century. He didn't have a half an hour. See, the trick is we don't know how much sand we have left. The future, we don't know. The past, it's gone. Now, the only thing you can deal with is what's right here, right now. And if you look, the sand is always moving. Now, think of this. You see, I was working on that, and then I was working on a graph I've got here on my computer, and I'm thinking of the time somebody said, "Hey, have you got a minute?" Well, they don't really want a minute. Do you know if you're earning $50,000 a year, a minute's 42 cents? A half hour is $12.50. If we take that ahead a bit, if you're earning $80,000 a year, a minute's 67 cents. Half hour is $20. If you're earning $150,000 a year, you got a minute? It costs you $1.25 a minute. A half hour is $37.50. So you see, if somebody said, "Do you want to stop for a cup of coffee?" Well, if you're earning $250,000 a year, a minute is $2.08. Half hour is $62.50. And then, of course, you got the coffee to pay for on top of that. So you see, the point is this. This is all we've got right here, right now. We don't know how much we have left in the future, but we do know what we've got now. And I have found the people that win are the people who make up their mind. They're not going to waste the minutes. They're going to be productive. They're going to make it happen every minute.
As I watch Bob, I'm reminded of Ingvar Kamprad, who's the founder of IKEA. And one of the things he said that really left his mark on me was, he says to divide your life into 10-minute chunks and then waste as few of those chunks as possible. Divide your entire life, every day that you have, into 10-minute chunks and waste as few of those chunks as possible. I think if you look at most people's work days where they think they're working, you look at most people who work at a job where they're working 9 to 5, they're probably only working 3 to 4 hours of really being super productive. And there's a lot of wasted time between lunch and checking Facebook and just downtime. You're not actually working that hard. And if you want to have success and you do something meaningful and have the greatest impact that you can have, you got to stop wasting as many of those 10-minute chunks as possible. I think in my life, I'm pretty rigorous about it. I think it could be even better, honestly, which would probably shock and surprise the people who know me best who have to deal with me and my time management. But I'm already pretty rigorous. It's why I don't use a cell phone, because I don't want people calling me. I don't want people texting me, because it's not just answering that phone call, it's a distraction from what I'm trying to do, right? It takes me out of the zone of what I'm working on right now. I don't like going to most parties. I don't like going to most weddings. I don't like just hanging out with people. I want to go where I feel like I'm having an impact, right? I'm motivated by impact. And so if I'm going to a wedding and I feel like, you know what, nobody really cares if I'm here or not. The bride and groom that I don't really know don't really care if I'm here. I don't want to be there. Going to a party, if people don't really care if I show up or not, it's just a party, I don't want to be there. Like I want to make sure that I'm spending my time and having an impact on things. Now, if you need me for something, if you're struggling with a problem with your business and your personal life, I will drop everything to come and help you, because again, I'm motivated by the impact. Sometimes I still end up going to weddings because of, you know, family commitments and not wanting to cause conflict and strife, but it still bothers me. It still deep down inside bothers me that I'm wasting my time. And so I think I could still get better, as rigorous and as demanding as my schedule already is. But I would challenge you to look at your schedule, look at the work that you're doing. How many 10-minute chunks are you wasting? How many times you get distracted by things happening in your life? How many times you just chill instead of actually getting some work done? And I think even if you don't work any extra hours, even if you just take the hours that you're currently working, because you still want to spend time with family, you still want to sleep, you still want to do your other activities, even whatever, however, if you're working 40, 50, 60 hours a week, whatever it is, 70, 80, 100, just those current hours, look at that time frame, I bet you could be way more productive than you currently are. You're wasting way too many of those 10-minute chunks in your life. And if you want to go out and have a big impact, you have to waste less of them.
If you want to see my favorite deep dive into the world of Bob Proctor, check the video right there next to me. I think you'll love it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
I want you to think of this for a moment. Let's suppose there was a virus going around, and this virus caused people to really stunt their growth, ruin their income,